how did you know that the fire was going on?
I actually came outside to clean off my car. I was on the phone with my mom, and I kept telling her that I smelled smoke. I thought it was because of the fire that was, down the street. So as I went back in to go get my broom, I went and I checked my front area of my house because I said that smell is so strong. At that exact moment, my neighbor, Miss Tandy, she came running out of her house screaming like, there's a fire, there's a fire. And she was just telling me like, get the babies out. I have my disabled grandson, who's 13 years old, and he was actually on his Zooms in school. And I have my 15-year-old daughter, and she was on school. So she knows that my grandson can't walk. So she was basically like, get the babies out. So at that exact moment, I just ran back in and I just started ringing all of my neighbors' bells. Another young lady, she was banging on the door of the next house, and I was just yelling up for everyone to get clothes on, get dressed, and get out of the house because the houses are close. And we don't know how fast it's going to move. At that time, I just ran in and I started getting my grandson together and get my daughter together and just grab whatever I could to get out of the house. That was like my main thing, the neighbors, and my children.
Do you know if the building was occupied at the time, or?
They are working on that. They're working on that house. It was unoccupied. However, you know how sometimes they have people stay there, keep an eye, to make sure no one comes in and takes anything. So I'm not too sure if anyone was sleeping in there, but I know that house was open for rent. People has been coming by to look at the house.
Oh, okay. And so when you finally got out of the house, you smelled the smoke and everything. Was the fire very pronounced? It was like fast moving?
Very fast moving. Very fast moving. When I looked up, I couldn't believe what I saw. I just couldn't believe how fast that smoke was coming out. From the first moment of me looking down, like to get the broom, and when I looked up again, by the time I got my babies out, and I reside like on the first floor, by the time I got my grandson out, it was gone by then.
Wow. All right. Well, would you like to give your name and how to spell it?
Sure. My name is Tamira. It's Tamiria. Tate, Tete.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
You're very welcome, and thank you.
Yeah, Stephen with a V, McGill, MC, capital G-I-L-L, Chief New Jersey City Fire Department. So around 9:14 this morning, we got a call for a fire on this block. Units arrived within 2 minutes. They found heavy fire in the first floor, extending to the upper floors of a 2.5-story wood frame building. Appeared to be vacant at the time. Confirmation is that there was nobody in it. So right now it's under investigation to find out what started the fire. It did go to a 2 alarm, just due to the volume of fire and exposures on either side. We were able to contain the fire to the one building. It did not spread to either of the buildings next door. No injuries right now, and 2 alarm fire. We have about 60 firefighters here.
Okay, now I got a call that they're on rescue with a ladder or something like that.
Not at this. No, not at this. They may have been thinking of the fire from last night.
Okay.
Yeah, no rescues here. There was nobody in the building. We did talk to a lot of the neighbors, and they said, yeah, it's been vacant for a while. We believe it was just sold within the past year, so they may have been renting it or trying to rent it or renovate it.
Okay, how many firefighters?
About 60.
Okay. Stubborn fire?
Yeah, stubborn fire. It got into the upper floors and just difficult to get to. Due to the volume of fire, we did have a floor collapse on the first floor, so it was dangerous for us to be in that area. It did extend to the upper floors, and wood frame building, got inside the walls and up into the attic area, so just a difficult fire to get through. But we prevailed and we knocked it down.
You guys almost done here, or?
Yeah, I mean, we'll be here for probably hitting all the hot spots. We'll have to open up all the walls and the ceilings just to make sure we totally extinguish it. So we'll be here for a while.
Okay, great. Glad everybody's safe.
Yeah. No injuries, no firefighters or any civilians. So, yeah.
Thank you so much.
You got it.